Quick video. I have an LG 55-inch LED TV. Model number is going to be the LG LB550-UI. It was manufactured February. Let me see here. I'm sorry, September of 2014. Haven't really been using this TV ever since then. I went from a 55 to a 65-inch above my fireplace. So this TV's just kind of been sitting around. I decided to start troubleshooting today and removed the back portion, of course, of it. And then afterwards, I was looking at the T-Con board. Couldn't find any problems there, voltage-wise. Ended up removing the actual screen itself. There's some ribbon sensors here at the bottom that, if you look here, they're plugged in on this side. T-Con board was good. No issues with ohms or readings or voltage. Remove the speakers. That's your IR sensor. That's your main power board. Thought originally that it was a T-Con board. What it was doing is it was just flashing. It would just briefly flash on and off, on and off, on and off. So thought it was a T-Con. I did have a small, where this part of the screen would be, there was a white halo ring that appeared one day, and then the next day the TV no longer worked. So this is basically it broken down completely, showing the LEDs and the white backing paper. Above that goes these sheets, reflective sheets and white backing. I removed that. This bezel has to come off as well. There's another bezel. Where's it at? Where's the bezel? Oh, here it is. Here's another bezel. Excuse all the mess. This is where I work on all kinds of different things. This is the other bezel that has to be removed before you can remove this white reflective pieces. So you have to remove the actual screen itself. Be very, very, very careful so that it doesn't break or crack. You have to lift it with like a piece of plastic, like something really, really super thin. Maybe some printer paper or something to get underneath there. Make sure you don't touch the back of the board though. Everything that I've seen says don't touch the back of the board. So I did it, once I lifted up, I did it, palms down underneath and lifted it up. Of course I had help. We removed those pieces, remove those sensors, a couple brackets, you'll see them if you have the same problem with the same TV. But once I pop this open, there's a bunch of these little clips that are here that also hold the paper down, as well as these small tabs, which you'll have to pop out from the back. These are just your standard push pin types that you'll have to, say it to focus here. There you go. You have to pop those out from the back side. Those are holding the part of the paper on right here. And then you also have these that slide. So they have a little pin here, and then they kind of clip in as well there on the back side as they come through, and that kind of is in place there so that it holds a proper spacing for those other back pieces. There's a ton of them, as you can see. There's no shortage of those. So once I removed all that, then I was able to remove this white backing paper that they used. I don't know why. I guess it's maybe for illumination or something like that. But I removed this piece, and you'll see that everything runs in a series. Like the circuit is all ran in series. So it comes in from the back section, comes in, it's going to drop into your first LED strip here, and then of course it goes to the end, and then it's going to daisy chain to the next one, and so on and so forth. Mine ended up being that I believe there's a problem here. I must have a short here somewhere. So there's a loop, what I would consider either a termination or a loop back plug here. I'm not sure if that's the right terminology, but that's what I call it. And I believe this is what it's used to completely tell it to stop sending any signal further past this point. So once I turn it on, as you can see right now, let's see, where's my IR at? Grab my IR sensor out from underneath here. There's my IR sensor. I hooked it back up so I can use my remote. So once I turn it on, the motions, boom. That's what we get. We get a complete flashing over and over and over. And that's what it's doing. Picture's fine. The picture's still there. It's just dim. The LEDs are flashing back and forth. So I said, okay, let me see if I can just figure out if it's the last strip or portion of a strip. I thought I'd be able to come into here because there's a break at this point. But there's no way for me to actually stop and put the loop back or the termination plug there. So what I did is I eliminated this whole bottom strip. So you push these together, these little tabs right here, these little points, you'll see these little tiny little points right here. Push them together, and then this lifts up. So, and it lifts completely up and out, just straight up. Remove this plug, the end piece, and I decided I'm going to go ahead and, because I knew that one of these was giving me an issue, one of these LEDs was giving me an issue, so I decided let's eliminate that strip. So I'm going to tell it to stop here and no longer give me anything past that point. So I'm basically eliminating this last LED strip, which I will be ordering and replacing. So now once I did that, I determined, let me turn it back on. Boom. The short is in the last set of LEDs. So once I figured out that the short was in the last set of LEDs, now they stay on once they're not plugged in no more. Now, that's a small fix for the moment, for just in case, like say you still want to use the TV. You would have to put it all back together, order the strips, wait for them to come in, or maybe if you have like a local TV repair shop that may have them, I'm going to look and outsource that for the moment. And find out if maybe one of my local suppliers or my local parts houses for a TV repair may have what I need. If not, I'll order them online. But I figured out that that LED being shorted out was the whole problem of the TV not staying on. I hope this video helps a lot of people. I know it helped me, and I'm a little more technical. If you don't feel comfortable working on electronics or parts like that, then don't, because I'm sure you can shock yourself or hurt yourself. I've done it over the years. Makes you feel alive. Sometimes it doesn't. Either way, that is the flashing fix for LG TVs and an LED. I know this fixed my problem. Yours could be just a T-Con board or other issues, but this is what I've determined in the end for myself. Either way, I'm going to go ahead and post this on YouTube for other people that might need it. And that's it. Hope it helped.